Hey, so this is an update for the Embodied Yoga Principles teachers. Some of you I trained a little while back. I've just finished 2 teacher trainings, one in Lithuania, one in Ukraine. I've got one coming up in the UK. So I've been thinking about it a lot, and we've been kind of filling out the repertoire of postures. So we've still got 24 major postures, 12 yin, 12 yang. Some slight changes to these and a couple of additions. Essentially, I think we're almost there now. It's like filling in pieces of jigsaw to make a picture. And these days I see it more like a kind of alphabet or more kind of a language, you could say, rather than just individual postures. So I think we're kind of getting there. Maybe we've got 1 or 2 more to go. But yeah, so very briefly, some of the new ones. One of them using a pretty yin base, so there's still this kind of wide, but fairly narrow, is we're calling evaluation posture. And this is kind of much more from the head. A lot of the postures kind of originally were like heart, or belly, kind of lower. You can think of these as more like upper ones. So this is usually how we're doing it. So on the back foot, and there's this sense of evaluating. So sometimes I do it with the head tilted on, often with the chin slightly up, yeah? Sometimes with the finger up like that. So this can be like kind of the sage would be one way of thinking of it archetypally, or the critic, if we were to add a kind of, or the judger, but often I'm calling it evaluation posture. So it's that like, is this good, is this bad? There's a positive in this, like being discerning, yeah, and there's also the kind of critical side that can come in for some people, like too much. And the kind of center here is very much the head, so it's a head-led one, yeah. One of the other ones we're working with, really fun, is Joker posture. So this is essentially a yang one, it's forwards weighted, but this leg is up in the air, and it's usually to the side, so not back, but to the side, and you'll notice it's kind of unstable. The hands are here, it's very much heart and head, and it's like, da-da! And when you're doing it, you can't help but kind of smile and joke and laugh, and it's got that instability of the Joker. And it's like jazz hands, so like bright face is important in Joker posture. Also just pure transcendence posture. So usually it's looking slightly up, and it's not the back bend of the kind of heart led, but it's almost imagine like you're centering above your head and really reaching up. It's like, and usually we're coming off the heels as well. So it's, you can think of it as kind of air, transcendence, kind of rising up. I realized when I was working with a lot of kind of more alternative, like hippie kind of yoga communities, this like up in the air was a really important one. And you'll also see aspects of it. When we're like transcending and coming down, this is where authority comes, or this transcendent kind of yes version of our kind of enthusiasm posture is in there as well. So yeah, these are the major kind of new ones. Our rest posture we made a slight change to. So took it from here to here. Now this kind of pillow just creates this nice sense of resting in. I'm increasingly using this one as an important one actually, knowing if people are closed or open, not here or here, but this nice position here. And having the eyes open is an important feature of rest posture. So rest posture I wasn't using a lot originally, now I'm using it more. I'm realizing it's kind of a blind spot for me. You know, what's one of the interesting things here is seeing one's own blind spots as one develops it and gets a more rounded picture. So rest posture, some people can't do this, so you can put the arms there just physically if it's uncomfortable, if you've got stiff shoulders. So that's our kind of rest posture variation. We're usually using like warrior with the middle finger as a kind of rebel posture, you know, like the double or the single. And you can combine warrior, like this kind of warrior, which you'll see is, what's it called, exalted warrior in yoga. We're using it as almost like a transcendent warrior. So increasingly I'm using warrior in kind of different ways, like the fight against, the rebel, the transcendent. You can really play with warrior, that kind of palms up warrior. It's kind of almost a little inviting, yeah. So you can, don't think of the postures as fixed, particularly if you've been doing embodiment yoga for a little while. The first thing I'd say is teachers get to learn the 24 postures really well. But then, you know, you can be flexible and be creative. The key thing is to choose to suit your clients rather than working from neurosis. So yeah, it's totally okay if you want to do no posture with a palm rather than a fist. You know, I know one of my Buddhist, Vidyadasa, the kind of Buddhist guy, teaches it that way. That still feels okay to me, but to do it with nothing, you lose no posture. So make sure you're doing that to serve the client. Like if you have a client group that would be really averse to this, then this could be good, but not just because it feels uncomfortable for yourself. That's the key thing. We're developing a creativity posture as well, so watch this space for that. I think largely though, we're kind of getting there now with the repertoire. And you can think of them in terms of those that are more kind of lower, like pushing posture, those that are a little bit more kind of heart-based, like a passion, or I think of this as like the human level, yeah, so this is like animal level, the really yin, super yin and yang ones, and this human level of like giving, receiving, holding, very much the ones I use for money and romance, for example, very much human level things. And then the kind of more transcendent ones of like thinking and transcending and authority, these kind of things. You can think of them as 3 levels as well. That's kind of a new way I'm thinking about it. So for those teachers that have been around a while, that's a little bit of an update. I hope that makes sense. I'm probably missing stuff, but it's an ever-evolving thing. So I like to see the teacher community throw things in, offer new alternatives, develop them creatively. That's an exercise actually we do on teacher training now, is I actually take a group of people and say, right, invent a new posture. Like what's Ukrainian posture, or what's the creative posture, or whatever. Yeah. Cool, bit of an update. Enjoy.